Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today we are going to be talking about the best classes to use in Season 3 of Cold War's League play. Now this is going to be the most overpowered classes, which I'm going to go over first in this video, which, be aware, people might not be happy when you use because they're very OP. They've been GA'd, but they are still very, very good, and obviously because they're still in the game, you may as well take advantage of them, particularly if you're trying to get better at the game and you need a little bit extra help. These guns are going to be your best bet for making sure you can secure the kill if you're hitting your bullets, which is really, really nice. We're then going to go over the best guns to use that all the pros use and that all the content creators will use in League play that are very, very good, but not necessarily banned or GA'd picks, so they're just kind of like the best of the ones that are not considered too OP, which it's kind of what you want to be using. So that's going to be things like the AKU, the Krieg 6, the QBZ, etc. So I'm going to go over those guns as well. And then we're going to go over a few sort of rogue options, which you could use if you wanted to, and things that you would use situationally like the sniper in S&D. Again, not GA'd in League play, so you can actually use it. Now, before we jump into today's video, if you're not subscribed, go down below, press that big red subscribe button. We'd love to have you here as part of the channel community. We are pushing for 1.5k subs, and we're getting very, very close. So your support would be much, much appreciated with that. And if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like on it as well. That'll be much, much appreciated too. And without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Okay guys, so hopping straight into the video here, we've got the XM4 up first. Now this is an 8 attachment class variant, so you will need the gunfighter perk on. I then run flat jacket, scavenger and ninja with this, mainly because you've got the trophy system on there as well, so hopefully that helps with stuns, but also because mainly people are going to be nading the objectives, and if you are playing objectives or that anchor row where those nades are going to be getting thrown, you do want to make sure you're not dying to those. Obviously tacticals are annoying, but you don't actually go down to them, so again, my way of playing just means that this is better for me, but if you want to throw on tac mask instead of the flat jacket there, that is also fine to do. Now the attachments we're using with this is the Microflex LED on the optics, the infantry compensator muzzle, the 13.7 inch Ranger barrel, steady aim laser, field agent grip, 40 round mag. Now that's because you don't get any ADS time reduction with this, it's just simply reload speed, which is actually really, really good because it means this gun is super snappy, which is what makes it quite OP, along with the fire rate and obviously the damage output there. Handle, we're using the airborne elastic wrap, so you can drop shot if you want to, but more importantly you can jump off things and you've got that steadier aim and increases your ADS speed. And then finishing it off there with the Raider pad, which just gives you that movement while you're aiming and also that sprint to fire time up. Hit fire accuracy is down, but whilst you've got the laser sight on, and by default the laser sight on the XM4, the hip fire on the XM4 is very, very good. So pairing these together actually makes it a very, very good weapon. Throw on whatever secondary you want. I'm using the Diamatti at the moment, but I actually think the M1911 is probably your best bet because it's a 2 to 3 shot kill every single time. So throw that on if you want a nutty setup. I've then gone stun grenade and Semtex. Would probably recommend Semtex over a frag, but it's entirely personal preference. And stun grenade I think is the best of the three. Flashbangs, not really that great. Smoke grenades, again, not really that brilliant and quite annoying to be honest. So stun grenades is probably your best bet there as long as you don't stun yourself. Now the other really overpowered class that we're looking at here is the LC10. A lot of people don't like other people using this gun at the moment. Again, considered quite OP in the mix of things at the moment. The setup for this one is the Microflex LED on the optic there, the infantry compensator, the reinforced 11.9 inch heavy barrel, steady aim laser, field agent grip, Vandal speed loader. Now again, that's for the ADS, so there's only a 6% ADS reduction. You get a little bit more ammo and 44% reload quickness increased, so it's really, really good actually, and only 6% doesn't make too much of a difference, which means the mobility is super high and the snappiness is super high on this gun. This build is literally nutty. You can get tons and tons of kills with this, so you're definitely going to want to try it out. We've then got the airborne elastic wrap on, again for the same reasons as before, and the Raider stock again for that mobility and obviously for that speed whilst you're moving. And aiming, which is actually really, really nice. Again, for an SMG, it's not going to be that often that you're moving while ADSing, but just to get a little bit of strafe whilst you're in gunfights, really, really useful. So definitely try those two classes out, and those are what I would consider to be the most OP one. Now, I did have this as my 6 perk one, but I've changed that out now, so we're going to move on to the AKU. Now, this is going to be guns that are kind of considered the meta. It's what the pro players will be using in pro matches. It's what all, sort of, any player who is very, very good at League play will have these classes on and be using these weapons. These are probably your best go-to weapons underneath those two that are kind of like your front runners and the very, very OP weapons. These are like your best next weapons. So the AKU is going to be by far and away one of the best guns in this game. On this one, I am running the extended barrel, the Spetsnaz speed grip, the 40 round speed mag. Now again, some people just run the 40 round because it's a drum mag, 10% reload quickness minus, not too bad. And again, this does affect the ADS time by 20, but I actually found it to be okay for my playstyle, works well for me, but feel free to swap it out or maybe even for taped mags if you want to. Entirely up to you, but that's just the one I prefer there, but I would recommend the 40 round drum over that one depending on your playstyle again. Then got for the handle, the Grew Elastic Wrap. Obviously, it really is the aim while going prone, which is really nice. Sometimes you need to do that, and sometimes to avoid gunfire, you're going to lie down, someone else jumps on you, you're going to be able to react to that, you're not going to be stuck, which is really, really nice to not feel trapped in like you would with maybe the Serpent Wrap or even maybe the Spetnaz Field Grip. So, again, you've still got the flinch resistance with that and the ADS time, which is nutty, nutty, nutty. Shooting move speed slightly down, but it's increased by the stock we've got on, and sprint to fire time same again. So as you'll see, we've got sprint to fire time up by 30 and 10% negated out by the previous one. Hit fire slightly down with this one, so 30% minus, but honestly, it's not going to make much difference. This gun has got really, really good hit fire, even when you've got this reduction on. Very, very good weapon. Definitely recommend the skeletal on that one because it's definitely the best choice. With this, I do run Lawbreaker, so I run a flat jacket and tack mask with Ninja. That is because basically a ton of people will be using the AKU, so ammo shouldn't be a problem, and you can always steal somebody's gun if you need to, but also it's my objective class, so having that tack mask and flat jacket on there just means that I'm able to sit on the objectives a lot quicker, a lot smoother, and make sure I'm not getting hit by all of that enemy stuff and getting completely stuck in those zones. I can actually fight back and hold the zones down, which is really, really nice, and that's exactly what you want. Again, I've paired it with a Diamati because it's got that burst potential, but obviously pair it with whichever secondary you feel like you want to use. Then I would say one of the next best guns is the QBZ. This gun is nutty. Again, I've gone for an 8 attachment one, so you will need Gunfighter, Flat Jacket, Scavenger, Ninja, and then whatever setup you want for the secondaries, field upgrades, and tacticals and lethals. But then the attachment-wise, I've gone for the Microflex LED, the Infantry Compensator, the Ranger Barrel, the Steady Aim Laser, the Field Agent Grip, the 40 round drum mag, again, not the fast mags, not the jungle style, anything like that, just literally the reload quickness, because again, you want the snappier time with the ADS speeds on the ARs, because a lot of the time it is going to be snap, laser, move on, so you need that ADS speed. You can't be having a reduction, it's not going to be quite as good, you're not going to be in their face, getting some hip fire kills, getting some jump about kills, like you are with the SMGs, so you're definitely going to want the 40 round drum as opposed to the speed mags there for the ADS reduction. Airborne Elastic and Raider stock, fairly standard build you'll see on most of these classes. You'll see a pattern as we go through them. It's very similar builds, but just for different weapons, you put in slightly different attachments on. Very, very good weapon, stupid high fire rate, really nice accuracy, laser beam accuracy, I would say, and very, very good TTK. Not quite as good as a Krig. If you do manage to hit at least one headshot with the Krig, then that is better, but this is a very, very nice weapon. Now, speaking of the Krig, let's move on to that next. This is going to be the Microflex LED Infantry Comp, Takedown Barrel, Steady Aim Laser, Field Agent Grip, 40 round mag again, so you've got the ADS speed, Airborne Elastic Wrap, and the Raider stock. So again, fairly standard, fairly similar to the build that we did with the QBZ there, but this is going to be a very, very, very good weapon. Probably one of my favourite weapons in League Play and in Cold War in general at the moment. Even in Warzone, it's seen a lot of gameplay. Just a very, very solid choice for a gun, and I would say probably after the XM4, it's the Krig 6 and the QBZ are tied for the best ARs, and then after the LC10, I would say maybe even better than the LC10, the AKU is just considered a harder gun to use, but I think it's probably the best gun in League Play. Now, if you do want a sniping class for S&D, I whack on the LW3 Tundra here, and on this one I am running the Rapid Fire Barrel, Steady Aim Laser, Infiltrator Grip, Airborne Elastic Wrap, and the Raider Pad. Tons of mobility, really good potential for staying in gunfights with that grip as well, so you're not getting flung off straight away. Very, very good build, paired with the 1911, so if you do have to switch, very, very strong pistol to have there with you. Again, entirely up to you, but for this one, I would recommend the 1911 just for that very, very fast TTK. Sometimes when you are rushing a site, you might need to rush in for a defuse, you might want the pistol instead of the sniper. Definitely a trusty one to go with there. Now, on this one, I am rocking the Infantry Comp, the TAC Ops Barrel, the Steady Aim Laser, 12 round mag, and the Airborne Elastic Wrap. Just gives it a ton of mobility, ton of snap potential, and obviously a little bit extra bullets there. And then I'm running the Lawbreaker so that I can have Tac Mask, Flat Jacket, and Ninja. Again, with it being an S&D specific class, it's very rare that you're going to need Scavenger on there, so you may as well get rid of that second perk. Not all that useful. Having Tac Mask, Flat Jacket is really, really going to prevail you well in S&D, so that's what I've gone for there. And I would say that's my best classes. In between that, I've got a few other mixing things, so I've gone for like the AK-47, which I've now converted to an LC-10 with a Lawbreaker class. I've then also got a PPSH class because it came out new. Quite good, not competing with the LC-10 and the AK at all though, so I probably would steer away from it. And then this other one was going to be my Snipes class, which I'm now trying out the KSP with. Now KSP is actually really, really good, so if you do want a class for that, you want Infantry Comp, Rifle Barrel, Field Agent Foregrip, fast mags, and the Raider stock. Very, very nice, very snappy class. Not quite as quick TTK as the AKU and the LC10, but it definitely does give you that better accuracy with the burst shots, so it's definitely a contender for something that you could use if you wanted to. Now, hopefully this video has helped you out with a few classes and ideas for Season 3 of League Play on Cold War. There's a ton of stuff floating around in the meta, but these are probably the meta and most best classes that you can use to get a ton of kills easily, do very, very well, and obviously you've got to hit your shots, but if you're playing League Play, you're going to gradually improve and keep getting better, and these classes are definitely going to help you to do that. So if you have enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure you drop a like down below. Like I said at the beginning, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go below, drop a subscribe so you can find your way back. We're posting tons of Season 3 content, everything to do with COD at the moment. We've posted tons of videos on all different stuff on how to unlock things for Season 3, what the new content is and how to do it good, and all that kind of stuff, and there'll be tons more coming in the future, so make sure you stay subscribed to not miss out on that. Turn the notification bells on so that you don't miss out on any uploads. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, take care, and peace.